Nobody saw it coming, Reg, once the man who stood tall on the south side is now seen in handcuffs. The trailer for Season 7, Episode 10 of the She hits hard, no music, no warning. Just flashing lights, sirens, and a cold look on Reg's face as the police close in. Is this the end of Reg's redemption or the beginning of something darker? Asterisk, the trailer wastes no time. It throws us right into the middle of chaos. We see Reg being slammed against a police car, hands behind his back. The officers don't say much, but their actions are loud. People are yelling in the background, some in shock, others pulling out their phones to record. Reg looks calm, but there's something in his eyes, not fear. Something more like disappointment or betrayal. We get a brief flashback. Reg walking down the street earlier that day, dressed sharp, head high like someone with nothing to hide. But the trailer quickly cuts to flashing lights, and the sirens interrupt everything. It's a jarring shift. Was he followed? Was he set up? Jake is seen in the distance. He doesn't run. He doesn't shout. He just stares. There's pain in his face, the kind that says, "Not again." This isn't just another arrest in the neighborhood. This is personal. Jake looks like his world just cracked open, and we know how tight his bond is with Reg. That silence from Jake says more than words could. Then there's Douda, calm as usual, watching from a rooftop like a king behind glass. He doesn't move, doesn't flinch. But the way he lights his cigar as Reg is taken away, that's not an accident. It's almost like he knew this was going to happen. Maybe he even planned it. The trailer also gives us quick glimpses Reg being dragged into the station, a booking photo taken, his hands in cuffs on a metal table. No one speaks clearly in the trailer. Just short lines, whispers, and street sounds. That makes it more powerful. It's raw. It's real. There's a woman's voice in the background, someone crying, maybe Nina or Jada. It's hard to tell, but it gives the scene more weight. This isn't just about Reg. This affects everyone around him. A few other characters show up for split seconds. Trig looks worried. Kevin looks confused. Papa is praying, literally. All of them are reacting differently, but it all connects to one thing: Reg's arrest has shaken the whole community. And it doesn't feel random. One shot stands out the most: Reg looking back over his shoulder as the car door closes. It's slow, like a goodbye. That stare is going to stay with fans until the episode drops. What makes this trailer so intense is that it doesn't tell us why Reg was arrested. There's no clue if he was caught doing something or if this is part of a bigger trap. That mystery is what's driving fans crazy. Some say it's related to something that happened in Season 6, others think it's a power move from Douda, but nothing is confirmed. The trailer ends with just a few words on the screen. Everything comes to light. That's a warning. Secrets are about to be exposed. And Reg might be the first one to fall. If this is just the trailer, then Episode 10 might be one of the most explosive of the season. One thing is clear: Reg's arrest is going to change everything. The streets are watching, and the South Side won't be the same after this. Asterisk, Reg tried to walk away from the streets, but the streets didn't forget. The trailer doesn't say what the charges are, but if you've been watching closely, you know Reg's past has always been heavy. Once a top soldier for the 63rd Street mob, Reg had blood on his hands, power at his back, and enemies around every corner. And though he traded that life for something more stable, mentoring Jake, reconnecting with his community deep down, we knew that peace wouldn't last forever. Let's rewind for a moment. Earlier this season, Reg got involved in some shady deals, trying to play the system while still keeping his hands clean. But you can't sit at the table with people like Douda without getting dirty. Remember that heated argument between Reg and Douda in Episode 7? Reg said he was done taking orders. He didn't want to be Douda's yes man anymore. That moment wasn't just personal, it was dangerous. Reg's shift toward independence made him a threat. A man like Douda doesn't forgive, and he definitely doesn't forget. Fans have been speculating that Douda may have tipped off the cops himself. Think about it: Reg's arrest not only removes a problem, it sends a loud message. No one walks away clean, but there's another layer. Earlier in the season, there was that unsolved shooting outside Smokey's barbecue. A car pulled up, shots were fired, and no one was ever charged. Reg was seen near the area later that night. He said he was just checking on Jake. But now, with him being arrested, fans are wondering, was he actually involved? Or is he being used as a convenient scapegoat? Then there's the question of loyalty. Reg has been protecting Jake like a father, a brother, and a soldier all in one. But the deeper you get into the game, the more sacrifices you're forced to make. Could it be that Reg took the fall for someone else? Maybe even Jake? If that's the case, it adds a whole new level of heartbreak to this situation. There's also been tension with Trig. While the two have been on better terms, Trig's rising political profile means he's more focused on optics than brotherhood. If Reg's old ties became a liability, would Trig have looked the other way? It's not impossible. We've seen this kind of story before in the Chi, men trying to change, trying to build something new, only to be dragged back by their past. But Reg was different. He wasn't running, he was rebuilding. That's what makes this arrest sting more. It feels unfair. It feels targeted, and still, something doesn't add up. The trailer shows no weapon, no resistance, no clear crime. Just flashing lights, tight cuffs, and a look of cold betrayal. It's like the moment was staged, planned to embarrass him, break him, and destroy his name. Fans online are buzzing with theories. One popular idea, someone inside Reg's circle snitched. Maybe someone who owed Douda a favor. Or worse, someone Reg trusted with his life. The truth is, Reg made enemies long ago. And those enemies are patient. They wait, they plan, and they strike when you're finally at peace. This arrest wasn't random. It was earned not by guilt, but by daring to be free. Asterisk Jake isn't just broken, he's burning on the inside. Reg's arrest hits him like a silent bomb. The trailer doesn't show him crying or shouting, but the pain is all over his face. He stands frozen, like his world has stopped spinning. This isn't just about Reg being taken away, it's about losing the only real protector he's ever had. For Jake, Reg was more than a brother. He was a shield, a teacher, the one who taught him how to survive without losing himself. Now that shield is gone. Jake has already lost so much: his parents, stability, trust in the system. Reg was his last real anchor. With him gone, what stops Jake from going back down the wrong path? Or worse, what if Jake decides to take revenge? That silent stare in the trailer could be the calm before a storm. Then there's Douda, always watching, always pulling strings. He stands untouched as Reg is dragged off, and that silence around him says everything. This might be the move he's been planning all season long. Getting Reg out of the way means less resistance, more power. Douda is a master manipulator. He doesn't get his hands dirty, he just lets others bleed. His cold detachment as Reg is arrested feels less like shock, more like satisfaction, but this power move might backfire. Reg still has allies, and Douda's grip on the south side is slipping. People are starting to question his leadership, and Reg's arrest could spark a wave of resistance. Even Trig, once loyal to Douda's vision, might finally turn. After all, Trig has seen firsthand how power can corrupt and how Douda uses people until they break. The community feels it too. This isn't just about one man going to jail, it's about what the arrest represents. The South Side has seen this play out 1,000 times. Strong black men trying to rise up, only to be knocked down by a system that always seems to win. People start whispering in barbershops, posting cryptic messages online, lighting candles in front of smokies. Some are angry, some are scared. All of them feel the shift in the air. The trailer gives us brief flashes of how others react. Kevin looks lost, like he doesn't know who to trust anymore. Papa is back in the church, praying harder than ever. Gemma seems tense, watching Jake with worried eyes, unsure if he'll shut her out again. And then there's Bakari, whose hands are shaking. He's young, reckless, and now without a clear leader. That's dangerous. This single arrest is like a stone thrown in the middle of a still lake. The ripples are already spreading, and the waves will hit every part of the community. Some will rise, some will fall. But no one will come out unchanged. Fans are asking, will this bring people together or tear them apart? Will Jake stand strong or fall under the weight of grief? Will Trig fight back or stay silent? And will Douda finally face the backlash he's been avoiding for so long? One thing's for sure, Reg's arrest isn't the end. It's the spark. Asterisk, if the trailer is this wild, the episode is going to be explosive. But here's the thing, she never shows its full hand. Reg's arrest might look like the end of his road, but for fans who've been paying attention, it could be just the beginning of a deeper, darker plan. The show has built its reputation on surprises, betrayals, and last-minute twists, and episode 10 is already giving off that dangerous, game-changing energy. Let's start with the biggest question. Did Reg let this happen? Think about it. Reg, looked too calm, too focused as the cops slammed him against the car. No fight, no panic. That slow look over his shoulder, the straight spine, it didn't scream fear. It almost looked planned. What if Reg is making a move we don't understand yet? What if this arrest is part of a long play to expose Douda from the inside? One fan theory blowing up online is this: Reg is going undercover. Sounds crazy? Maybe, but there's been quiet talk all season, off-screen hints about federal investigations, hidden files, and secret recordings. What if Reg has been working with someone behind the scenes? Maybe even with Trig or someone higher up. It's a stretch, sure. But in the Chi, even the most loyal street soldiers have limits, and Reg might have finally reached his dot. Another theory gaining attention: Jake will snap. Reg was his compass. Without him, Jake is lost in a world full of wolves. Some fans think Jake will pick up a gun again. Others believe he'll confront Douda head-on, regardless of the cost. Either way, Jake's next move could define the rest of the season, and if Douda really did betray Reg, then Jake might become the next big threat on the board. Then there's Douda himself. For all his power, Douda is slipping. His enemies are growing, and his allies are tired of the fear he rules. With Reg's arrest might look like a win, but what if it's the crack that starts his empire crumbling? We've seen leaders fall in the Chi before, fast, loud, and brutal. If fans are right, Douda might be next. Other possible twists? Some fans believe a new player is about to enter. Someone with enough pull to either free Reg or make things worse. We've heard whispers in past episodes, mysterious phone calls, shadowy figures talking deals. Episode 10 might be where those hints pay off, and don't forget the community. When one man falls, others rise. Papa, Kevin, Bakari, they're all standing at crossroads. Will they come together? Will they fracture? The South Side has always been about family, loyalty, and survival. Reg's arrest could push everyone to choose a side. The most haunting line from the trailer still lingers. Everything comes to light. That's not just about Reg, that's a promise. Secrets are coming out. Past sins, hidden motives, and old deals are about to be exposed. No one is safe, not Jake, not Trig, not even Douda. So what should fans expect in episode 10? Expect betrayal, expect pain, expect change, but most of all expect a war. Because once Reg is taken, the balance shifts. The South Side won't stay quiet, and neither will Reg.